just answer this for
we are
God's
debating
sake.
the protests, okay?
Come on, brother.
Cenk.
Come on, man.
I don't
Okay,
think it's right.
all right.
They should be
So
subjected to intimidation.
Okay, Piers.
Nobody
can I
thinks
finally
it's
answer?
right. Nobody thinks that's right. It's not
Cornell,
right.
let
that you
Cenk
have to
speak and I'll come
have a
back to you.
girl who has a hall named after her because she and 15,000 other children have been killed by the IDF terrorists that you don't even call terrorists, but you can call the students terrorists. That's not any double standards, man. That's just outright mendacity, hiding criminality on your show, and you're supposed to be uncensored, concerned about the truth.
Well, you just said I called them terrorists. I haven't called them terrorists. That, ironically, is a lie. Cenk, I want to bring you in. You're getting very angry about this too. Just to be clear, I am expressing an opinion that what has happened at Columbia has crossed a line. And that if I'm a Jewish student there, I think it's completely outrageous. I'm being intimidated and harassed for the actions of Israel's government.
I'm so done with this guy, Piers Morgan. I'm so done. He is concerned about the safety of the Jewish people in Columbia University. He is not concerned about 15,000, 20,000 children are being slaughtered in Palestine, in Gaza. I'm so done. I'm so done. I mean, this guy is beyond a hypocrite.
Thousands of miles away. That doesn't mean I don't have very strong views about what's happening in Gaza, because you know that I do.
I do.
Where is my lie in all this?
Yeah, Piers, I've just listened to you for 20 minutes frame the issue in a purely 100% Israeli propaganda way. So if you say, hey, listen, the Jewish students shouldn't be harassed or attacked, of course I agree. I've got
you
Jewish
agree with
family.
me? So why have I lied?
Yeah, no. Stop interrupting. But what you don't talk about is you say from the river to the sea is an unacceptable change. Did you mention to the audience in these last 20 minutes that Benjamin Netanyahu actually said it recently? Not only that, he's actually doing it. He's in the middle of wiping out the Palestinians from the river to the sea. That is the grotesque violence. He has slaughtered 25,000 women and children. They were all innocent. So when Hamas kills 860 innocent Israeli civilians, I call them out and I say that is terrible. But when Israel slaughters 25,000 women and children, we're saying, oh, I don't like a pro-Palestinian chant. A chant? That's what we're concerned about. And now you turn to the violence that has happened on college campuses. There is one case of overwhelming violence, and that happened last night at UCLA. And it was pro-Israeli protesters that violently attacked the peace protesters that didn't do anything. They attacked an old lady and said, oh yeah, good luck trying to defend yourself, old lady. These are vicious, vigilante thugs. And they have done more violence than all of the peace protesters in the country combined. Where are the arrests? Where's the outrage? Where's the indignation? You pretend that you care about protecting students, but you only care about protecting one side, whereas the other side is assaulted.
No, I don't actually. No, because if
debased and humiliated.
Okay, let me respond.
And all you want to do is cancel their speech. You're part of cancel culture and admit it right now.
Can I
You're
respond?
talking about protesting people.
Can I respond?
Americans.
Can I respond?
Americans.
By the way,
okay, this is not the United States of Israel.
Fine.
Do you know how Piers Morgan will trick you? Do you know how? He will say 100 lies, okay, about the Palestinian, and he will say one fraction of a truth about the Israeli when it comes to condemnation of the Israeli action. So when he is asking this question all the time, do you condemn Hamas? He asked this question 100,000 times. Do you know how many times he would say something, a fraction of a, of the quantity of how many times he said, do you condemn Hamas? It is going to be so minuscule, maybe a fraction of it. He will once and very silently, very tacitly utter the word, yes, I condemn what IDF is doing. He will say that just once, and he will not highlight that. So when he will be asked this question, oh, so do you condemn what Israeli government is doing? You did not condemn. You never condemned them. But then he will say, yes, I did. And then he will bring that one fraction of time he said that he condemns Israeli government as an evidence, and he will say, look, I said that. Yeah, I do condemn. This is how he rolls. He tricks you, and then 100,000 times he will say, "Do you condemn Hamas? Hamas is bad. Hamas is bad. Hamas is terrorist." This and that. And then just once for a nanosecond he will say, "Yeah, I condemn Israeli government their action," just so that he covers his back. So this is exactly what is happening here. Cenk is forcing him. He is asking him, "You never condemn the terrorist act these thugs they're committing in the campus." But then what Piers will say, "Yeah, I did condemn. No, I did say that." But how many times he said that? A fraction of time. And all along, he's condemning the Palestinian students who are protesting, so the pro-Palestinian students, I should say, who are protesting at Columbia University, and he'll call them thugs, terrorists, and he'll call them out 100,000 times, and he will say, "Oh yeah, I do also condemn those people who are, Israeli, Jew, who are being thugs, who are terrorizing elders and terrorizing the campus." He will say that just one fraction of a second.
America,
all right, you made
Americans
your point,
get to
Cenk.
protest a foreign government.
Okay.
Now listen to this. Listen
Just to
to
be
Piers.
clear.
You've lost the right
Listen to
wing.
Piers.
Just
You've
to be
lost
clear.
the left wing. You've lost America.
Just to be-
America's not going to stand here
Fine.
and let Israel
You can keep
dictate
shouting or we can
who's
have a
allowed
debate.
to speak and who's going to be arrested.
All right, you can keep
I
shouting.
gave you 20 minutes to do propaganda,
Okay,
Piers. Go ahead now.
It's not propaganda. I have many views about all of this. We're talking specifically about the protests at Columbia, which I think have crossed a line. By the way, you talk about cancel culture. I'm entitled to my view without you and Dr. West screaming liar, genocide supporter, and all this other bullshit.
Okay, you condemn the UCLA pro-Israel thugs.
Let me make it clear.
You condemn them. I'm doing the same thing you are.
Wait a minute.
You condemn them.
Wait a
Or
minute.
are you pro-violence?
Can I answer the question? If this was Jewish students that were breaking into this building violently.
No, you don't have to go with a hypothetical.
No,
You
sorry,
just did
I
it
am
last
going to
night
go with a
at UCLA.
hypothetical because you're trying to make out that
Of course,
somehow
'cause the
I'm only
reality
doing this
is
because I'm
inconvenient to you.
pro-Israel's government. I'm not pro-Israel's government. What I am pro is the safety of Jewish students being protected because they are not responsible for the actions of an Israel government thousands of miles away. They're in.
Yeah, okay, so why are you not pro in protecting lives of the children in Gaza? He is pro for the safety and security of Jewish students in Columbia in the university in the States. But he is not pro when it comes to, protecting the lives of the people of Gaza and the children. He is not pro. So this is the double standard you can see right on his face.
Entitled, having paid
But I already agreed to that.
$400,000 for their education.
But you say no, you don't want to protect the peace
I don't
protest.
think mob
I
rules
say
should be
protect the
allowed
Jewish
to go
students.
on. So when you talk about this is a private university campus, they are entitled to not have their buildings desecrated in this manner. And
He's shouting for their rights. The Jewish students, they must be protected. I love them so much. But he doesn't have any problem, again, killing people, his children in Gaza.
they are entitled eventually
but when they
to have
were
the police
Piers,
remove them.
Be honest. When they were doing it in a public space, everybody in media, in American media, said, "How dare they do it in a public space? They do it in a private place." You go, "How dare they do it in a private place?"
You shouldn't be
Well,
breaking
you know
into
what?
buildings full stop.
You know what? When Martin Luther
Normally I don't use this sign, but I want to use this today. F you, Piers Morgan. F you.
King in Selma, Alabama, crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge. You know what they said? How dare they interrupt the bridge? How dare they go in a public place? How dare those protesters? Civil rights leaders should know their role, should know their place, boy. That's what people like everyone in American media is saying right now to the people in favor of not slaughtering any more Palestinians.
Yeah, I think
you guys
you're-
sound exactly like Bull Connor.
Okay.
Of course, he's a genocidal maniac, Piers Morgan. He is very, very pro-genocide against the Palestinian people. He's a maniac. He is a hypocrite. You just find a name and label, and you can just give it to him. He will come out even better, right? This is Piers Morgan. This is how he was taken down by all of these people here who are absolutely right, who are calling him out for his hypocrisy. But would Piers Morgan back down? Of course not, because he's being paid millions of dollars for all of these lies that he's spitting on a regular basis. And just for the sake of money, he's willing to sacrifice even more children in Gaza. If more children are being killed, Piers Morgan's paycheck is being delivered to him, is being sent to him, he has the money in his bank account, he would not have any problem with more slaughter, more mass murder and this genocide in Gaza. He will have absolutely no problem. This is the guy who can do anything, who is using his tongue with all of these lies in order to make some money. I mean, come on, Piers Morgan, this is the level of humanity you have. You really have nothing, zero.